Most men miss the signs. You could have a woman right in front of you who's emotionally attached, but if you don't know what to look for, you'll assume she's just nice or into you a little. That's how you fumble what could have been a strong emotional connection. In today's world, where people are quick to play games, emotional attachment is rare. When a woman genuinely bonds with you on that level, it's not always loud or obvious. It shows in the subtle shifts, the small sacrifices, and the way she moves around you without even realizing it. Too many men are focused on whether she's texting back fast or showing physical interest. That's surface level. Emotional attachment goes deeper. It's not about her saying, "I love you." It's about what she does when you're not around. It's about how she reacts when you pull away. It's in the effort she puts in when there's no reward in sight. A woman who is emotionally tied to you starts acting differently. She can't help it. Her guard lowers, her walls crack, and suddenly, you're not just a guy she's dating. You're a part of her mind and mood. This is important because emotional attachment changes the game. It means she's not just passing time with you, she's investing. When a woman gets emotionally attached, her loyalty goes up, her respect for you deepens, and her actions become intentional. She stops comparing you. She stops looking for better. She starts fearing the thought of losing you, even if she doesn't say it out loud. In this video, I'm going to break down 7 clear, undeniable signs that a woman is emotionally attached to you. Pay close attention, because once you see them, you'll never doubt her connection again. Before we start the video, I want to remind you that my exclusive online course on mastering the dating game is available now. If you've been learning from my YouTube videos, you're only scratching the surface. This course goes deeper, teaching you everything you need to know about the dating game, from approaching a woman to building real attraction. We just completed Section 4 in the course, and these insights aren't shared anywhere else. It's easy to access with multiple secure payment options. There are only 5 discounted slots remaining using the promo code. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or check the link in the description to enroll now before the offer is gone. 1. She starts acting jealous. Jealousy is one of the first raw signs that a woman is emotionally attached. And no, this isn't about her throwing tantrums or getting dramatic over every female you talk to. That's immaturity, not attachment. Emotional jealousy shows up in quiet but strong ways. She'll ask questions that seem casual but are meant to reveal more. She'll suddenly become more aware of the women around you, especially if those women smile at you or talk to you with a little too much warmth. She'll notice when you dress better or seem more distant, and she'll start scanning for competition, even if she tries to act like she's not bothered. When a woman is emotionally invested, she wants to feel secure in what she has with you. So the idea of another woman taking your attention doesn't sit well with her. That's when you'll catch her mood shift slightly when you mention another girl, or you'll notice her being colder after seeing another woman around you. She may not say it directly, but her reactions will say it all. Emotional jealousy isn't about controlling you. It's about her feeling vulnerable. Because she's attached, you matter now. Your attention, your focus, your time, those things now carry weight. That's why she can't just stay calm when she thinks someone else might be stealing that. Let's make this clear. When a woman is just talking to you for fun, she doesn't care who else is texting you. She doesn't care who calls you. She doesn't care what other women think about you. But once her feelings deepen, it's different. She starts seeing other women as a threat to what she's building with you. Even if she doesn't want to admit it, her behavior gives her away. She might start asking more questions about your day, who you were with, or why you didn't answer fast. Sometimes she gets quiet or distant when she notices you were a little too friendly with someone else. These are all subtle forms of emotional jealousy. Now, this is not your cue to start playing games and trying to make her jealous on purpose. That's childish and it will ruin something good. This is about recognizing her emotional investment. If you see these signs, it means she sees you as more than just a moment. You've gotten under her skin. You've reached that point where she's no longer trying to keep it casual. And when a woman reaches that stage, her protective instincts kick in. Jealousy is simply her way of saying, "I don't want to lose this," without saying it directly. And trust me, that unspoken message is loud, if you know how to listen. 2. She remembers the little things. When a woman is emotionally attached to you, her memory becomes selective, and you are the focus. She starts remembering things you don't even recall saying. You'll casually mention your favorite snack, a story from your childhood, or the fact that you hate a certain movie. And weeks later, she brings it up. Not because she's trying to impress you, but because she genuinely paid attention. That's what emotional attachment does. It makes her brain filter through everything else and hold on to the details that involve you. Men often overlook this sign. They assume women just naturally remember things better. That's not always true. When a woman is emotionally invested, she listens with a different kind of interest. She stores information like it matters, because to her it does. If you tell her about a rough day at work, she'll bring it up the next day just to check how you're feeling. If you once mentioned your mom's birthday, she'll remember the date without needing a reminder. These little things become big indicators of her emotional attachment. She'll also start making small moves that reflect what she remembers. She buys you that snack you like without you asking. She avoids saying something you once told her triggers you. She sends you a video or meme about something you once laughed about. It's never loud or over the top. It's precise, subtle, and thoughtful. That's how you know it's real. She's not just remembering facts. She's remembering feelings. How you felt in a moment becomes more important to her than the moment itself. It goes deeper. Let's say you told her about something that bothers you. Maybe you hate being interrupted, or you're sensitive about being compared to other men. You'll notice she starts adjusting. She becomes more careful with how she speaks to you, not because she's scared of you, but because she values the connection. She doesn't want to hurt what's growing between you. That awareness and effort come from emotional attachment. This is also the phase where she starts connecting dots. If you once told her you don't like certain environments, she'll avoid suggesting dates in those places. If you told her you're chasing a big goal, she'll bring it up and ask how it's going. That's not just support, that's emotional investment. She's watching your life closely because she sees herself becoming part of it. A woman who's not emotionally attached won't go that far. She might forget your birthday, forget what you like, or even forget your stories. That's because she's not mentally or emotionally holding space for you. But when she starts holding on to the little things, it means you've taken root in her heart. Bottom line, emotional attachment isn't always in her words. Sometimes it's hidden in how well she remembers you. And not just the man in front of her, but the man you are when no one's watching. That's the version of you she's trying to stay connected to. 3. She wants your time, not just your body. This is one of the most powerful signs a woman is emotionally attached. She doesn't just want moments of pleasure, she wants your presence. When a woman isn't emotionally tied to you, she'll enjoy the good times, the laughs, the intimacy, but she won't care much about your daily life. She's there for the highlight reel, not the reality. But once she starts developing real feelings, things shift. It's not just about hooking up anymore. She wants to be around you even when nothing exciting is happening. A woman who is emotionally attached wants to sit with you in silence, do boring errands together, or just stay on a call while you both do separate things. That's because she finds comfort in your presence. It's not about what you're doing, it's about who she's doing it with. That's emotional closeness. She doesn't feel the need to be constantly entertained or stimulated. She feels at home around you. And when a woman feels that way, it's not lust, it's attachment. You'll notice this when she starts asking to spend time with you in simple ways. Maybe she says she just wants to hang out and watch you work, or she comes over just to relax with no big plans. She asks to be included in your routine, not because she wants control, but because she wants to feel more connected to your world. That's when you know it's not about the physical anymore, it's about emotional proximity. This doesn't mean she's losing herself or being clingy. In fact, emotionally attached women often want space too. But when they care, they value quality time. They want time where you both get to talk, connect, and just be present without distractions. They want to be seen and known. And they want to know you deeply as well. She's no longer satisfied with just showing up and having fun. She starts craving your mind, your thoughts, your time. This is also the point where she'll stop scheduling you around pleasure or convenience. She won't just hit you up at night or when she's bored. She'll want daytime hours. She'll want conversations that go beyond jokes. And she'll start asking questions about your past, your dreams, your struggles. You'll feel the difference. She's not just enjoying you. She's studying you. She wants to understand what makes you who you are because she's emotionally invested in where things are going. And here's something most men miss. When a woman becomes emotionally attached, your time becomes sacred to her. If you cancel plans, it stings more. If you go days without reaching out, she feels it deeply. That's not insecurity. That's because her emotions are tied to your consistency. And once a woman feels that, she can't pretend to be casual anymore. So pay attention. If she wants your time more than your touch, she's already attached. Whether she says it or not, her actions are writing it all over the wall. 4. She shows you her flaws without fear. When a woman becomes emotionally attached, one of the boldest things she does is take off her emotional makeup. She starts showing you the parts of herself that aren't polished, pretty, or easy to explain. That's a massive sign of connection, because most women are taught to hide their emotional mess from men. Society tells them to look perfect, sound sweet, and never appear too much. But when she opens that hidden part of her up to you, that means you've crossed from just another man to her man in the making. At first, a woman shows you her best side. She talks in her most attractive tone. She laughs at the right jokes. She keeps the deep stuff buried. But emotional attachment destroys that filter. She starts getting real. You'll hear about her insecurities, her past hurts, the mistakes she's made. Not because she wants pity, but because she trusts you. That trust is what emotional closeness looks like. She stops being afraid of being judged. She tells you things like how she overthinks, how she's afraid of being abandoned, how she sometimes gets moody or shuts down. And she's watching you when she shares this. She's watching your reaction to see if you'll still choose her after you see the not-so-perfect version. If you don't run, she gets more comfortable. She starts letting her guard down. You'll see the rawness, the vulnerability, and eventually, the depth of her loyalty. This stage also shows up in her appearance and comfort level. Maybe at first she wouldn't let you see her without makeup, or she only showed up dressed perfectly. But suddenly, she's in your space with messy hair, wearing your hoodie, letting you see her in her natural state. That's not laziness. That's a woman saying, "You're safe enough for me to be myself around you." Most men underestimate how big that is. Women are under constant pressure to appear flawless. So when she lets that go around you, it's because you've reached deeper than the surface. And emotionally attached women don't just reveal the past, they reveal the present. They'll tell you when something's bothering them, even if it's uncomfortable. They'll speak up when they feel misunderstood. That honesty isn't meant to fight, it's meant to build. She wants a man who can see her clearly, and she can't do that by hiding who she really is. You'll also see her sharing more of her private world, the parts she doesn't show just anyone. She'll invite you into spaces that matter to her. Maybe it's introducing you to her closest friend, or letting you see the side of her that's still healing from old wounds. That's her saying, "I trust you with my truth." A woman who doesn't care will keep things light and pretty, but a woman who's emotionally attached, she'll give you the real and hope you stay. If she's giving you that version, you're no longer just someone she's talking to. You've become someone who matters to her deeply. 5. Her emotions start to react to you. When a woman becomes emotionally attached, her emotions begin to respond to you in real time. And that's not a small thing. Her mood shifts based on your actions, your words, and your energy. If you're having a bad day, she feels it. If you're quiet or distant, she notices it immediately. If you're celebrating a win, she celebrates with just as much passion, sometimes even more. That emotional syncing is one of the clearest signs she's connected to you on a deeper level. Now here's the truth most men miss. When a woman doesn't care, your silence is just silence. Your wins are just news. Your pain is just another update. But when she's attached, Everything you go through feels personal to her. If you're upset, she can't rest until she knows what's going on. If you're distant, she doesn't just wonder, she worries. And that's because her heart has started to link itself to yours. You might see this in small ways. You're feeling off, and suddenly she texts to ask if you're okay. You haven't spoken much all day, and she says she misses your energy. That's not her being needy. That's emotional attachment. She's tuning into you even without trying. Your vibe, your tone, your silence, they speak loudly to her. It also shows up in how she responds to conflict. If a woman is just casually dating you, arguments won't shake her much. She can walk away, ignore you for days, or even ghost you without thinking twice. But when she's emotionally tied to you, disagreements hit harder. She might cry, get emotional, or want to fix things quickly. That's not drama. That's emotional investment. Her reaction means she actually cares about the connection being damaged. You'll also notice she starts taking your words more seriously. A joke that hits too hard, or a comment that sounds cold, affects her more than it used to. It's not because she's soft. It's because her guard is down around you. Once her emotions are in, you have access to parts of her that no one else gets. And with that access comes impact. You have the power to lift her or break her, and deep down, she knows it. Don't ignore this part. When a woman is emotionally attached, her ability to hide her feelings weakens. She might get jealous easier. She might be more sensitive to how much attention you give her. She might even pull back at times, not because she doesn't care, but because she cares too much and is scared you might not feel the same. That kind of emotional vulnerability doesn't show up in casual flings. It shows up when the heart is involved. So if her emotions are reacting to you, not just logically, but deeply and instinctively, it means she's not just playing a part. She's attached. And whether she says it or not, you matter to her far more than she probably wants you to know. 6. She includes you in her future. When a woman becomes emotionally attached, she doesn't just enjoy the present with you. She starts thinking in terms of we, not me. That's when you know something has changed. She's no longer just focused on what the two of you are doing this weekend or next week. Her language shifts, her plans shift. Her world begins to slowly form around the idea of you being a part of what's next, not just what's now. You'll hear it in casual ways first. She might say, "One day we should go there," or "I can see you being great with kids." These aren't just random comments. They're subtle ways of placing you in her future. A woman who's not attached won't think like that. She'll keep things temporary, light, and non-committal. But once her heart gets involved, she can't help but imagine what life would be like with you in it, for the long haul. This doesn't mean she's planning a wedding in her head or rushing commitment. That's not what this is. It's emotional attachment, which is a deep desire for continued connection. She starts dreaming with you in the picture. If she talks about moving cities, she includes you in that idea. If she's thinking about career changes or goals, she wants your opinion. And not because she needs permission, but because your voice matters in the world she sees herself building. Emotionally attached women also start sharing their long-term vulnerabilities. She'll talk about her fears regarding motherhood, her worries about stability, or her hope to have something stable and real. She isn't sharing this with everyone. She's sharing it with you because her heart is leaning toward building something that lasts. She wants to see if you can carry that kind of future. That's why she brings it up. You may also notice her making small sacrifices and adjustments to include you. If you're working late, she waits to talk to you. If you're overwhelmed, she gives you space but checks in. If she's planning a trip, she asks if the dates work for you. That's emotional investment. It's no longer about what's convenient for her. It's about what works for both of you. Another powerful sign is when she starts blending her world with yours. She wants you to meet people who matter to her, not because she's showing you off, but because she's proud to have you in her life. She starts introducing you to family, her closest friends, or including you in traditions. That's not a casual move. That's a deep emotional step. She's integrating you into her long-term vision. the part of her life most people don't get to touch. A woman who is emotionally attached stops seeing you as just a moment. She starts seeing you as a possibility, and that's where her heart begins to settle in. If she's including you in her future, even in small ways, she's already emotionally committed in ways she might not even fully realize yet. 7. She feels safe in your presence. When a woman is emotionally attached, safety becomes more important to her than attraction, gifts, or sweet words. And I'm not talking about physical safety alone, I'm talking about emotional safety. That sense that she can be exactly who she is without fear of being mocked, ignored, rejected, or replaced. When you notice that a woman relaxes around you, that her guard drops, and her spirit becomes lighter just by being near you, you're not just a guy she likes, you've become her safe space. That's emotional attachment. You'll see it in her body language first. She no longer feels the need to be overly posed, overly polished, or overly perfect. She'll talk more freely. Her tone softens. Her laughter becomes more real. She might rest her head on your chest or reach for your hand without even thinking about it. Those are subtle signs, but they're real. That comfort doesn't come from flirtation, it comes from connection. A woman who feels emotionally secure around you has likely built a deep attachment. Even if she hasn't fully said it out loud, she also opens up more deeply. Not just about the good things, but the dark stuff, the painful stuff, the things she usually hides. She tells you about the breakup that broke her. She talks about the family issues she never brings up with others. She shows you the parts of herself that feel unworthy or scared or insecure. And she does this because something in you tells her she'll still be loved even after she shows her shadows. That is powerful. A lot of men mistake this for weakness or neediness. But here's what they miss. It takes strength for a woman to be emotionally exposed, especially in today's dating world, where being open often gets you hurt. If she's choosing to be soft with you, it's because you've already proven that your presence is a refuge. She feels like she doesn't have to wear armor when she's with you. That's what emotional attachment feels like to a woman. Not butterflies, but peace. You'll also notice she stops playing games. She doesn't manipulate, doesn't pretend to be busy just to test your interest, doesn't disappear to gain your attention. She becomes honest. And honesty is her way of saying, I trust you with the truth of who I am. That kind of openness only comes when she feels safe. And safety is built on consistency, respect, and the way you respond to her emotionally. Another big sign is how she responds to your vulnerability. If you ever open up about stress, about doubts, about past failures, and she listens with patience, supports you, or even tears up with you, that's because your pain touches her. You're no longer just a man in her life, you're a man inside her emotional world, and she's already chosen to make that space safe for you too. Emotional attachment isn't loud. It doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's quiet, calm, and deeply present. If she breathes easier around you, if she becomes more herself in your presence, and if she finds peace when she hears your voice, she's not just interested, she's attached, deeply, and probably hoping you feel the same. Emotional attachment in a woman isn't always loud or obvious, but it's always present in the way she sees you, shows up for you, and includes you in her world. If she's consistent, vulnerable, emotionally safe with you, and investing her time, mind, and heart, it's not random, she's attached. And once a woman gives you that kind of emotional access, she's not just passing time, she's holding on, hoping you value it. Don't ignore these signs. Pay attention, move with wisdom, and decide what kind of man you're going to be in response. If you're serious about mastering the dating game, don't miss out on my exclusive online course. We go beyond what's covered in these videos, giving you powerful insights from the first approach to lasting attraction. Only 5 discounted slots remain, and it's easy to enroll with secure payment options. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or simply click the link in the description to secure your spot. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now and start transforming your dating life today.